Hey y'all, welcome back. It's time for us to talk about Love Island games. And when I tell y'all this was a good premiere, I think they did a good job with casting the people. Okay, we're back on season 2. The premiere dropped last night and we have to talk about it. Of course, we're first introduced to our girl KK. She lets us know, hey, I'm still a nurse. Okay, I'm still a nurse. But I've become more sure of myself these days since the last time that I was on Love Island. We also see where she walks in with Andrea. They walk in together, and I'm so here for it. Andrea does let us know that she's freshly out of a 11-month relationship, and I'm kind of like 11 months. Like, are you sure you want to be here? But at the same time, girl, it's a lot of money on the line, so I get why you here. And honestly, a lot of the guys come on the show. Well, more so Love Island USA. They come on the show just weeks after ending a relationship. It seems so, girl. It is what it is. Good luck to you. All right. Now, Andreina comes in on some jet skis, and what she lets us know is that Johnny from season 2, Sally's Johnny, Tyreek, as well as Josh have all been in her DMs. And I'm like, Josh, that's what you like? You in the DMs, you like that? I like that too. Go ahead. I like that for you, Josh. I wouldn't mind seeing these two link up, but it's clear where Andreina is like focused. It's clear where her focus is, right? So Tyreek says American girls do too much and he's more of a laid back person. I do not believe this. I do not agree. Okay. I think that you do too much, Tyreek. And I think that y'all about on the same page if that's the case, right? So he says that he doesn't feel like he's that athletic for a lot of the games and stuff. And it was definitely kind of proven a little bit, okay? Um, in this episode, but he says that he is good when it comes down to getting all the ladies. Now, I will say this the hype that people are surrounding Tyreek with, I don't fully get it. I don't. It's similar to when everybody had all this hype about Jeremiah. I didn't fully get it, okay? But to each his or her own, all right? So he talks about that. Andreina. Of course, Tyreek walks in. I believe he walks in with Lucinda. Andreina is wilding. Okay, she's wilding out because she's like, "Oh my God, this is the same man that was in my DMs." Like, "Oh my God, he's coming. He's coming from the DMs to being in my face in person, and I love it." So you could tell she done got a little giddy. She done got into her little girl mode. She's super happy that he's there. Okay. Now, Lucinda, I didn't really take much notes from Lucinda when she was talking, but I will say that I like her. Okay. Lucinda is funny to me. Now, Kendall and Isaac walk in together, and KK says, "Is that fucking Kendall?" She said it as if it was like some type of disgust. And I'm like, well, KK, that's funny because we on the same page. However, I'm gonna give Kendall a chance this see. I'm gonna give him a chance, okay? I'm gonna take the time. I'm gonna give Kendall a chance to redeem himself, okay? So we shall see how this goes. Now, Lucinda and Kendall, they seem to be all excited. They bumped into each other at Coachella and stuff. So they never dated. If anybody was wondering, they never dated. Nothing like that happened. Just a quick run in with each other. So we'll see how that goes with them. Now, Kendall says that he is a very athletic guy. We gonna see. I think it kind of showed itself a bit in this episode. I think Kendall is pretty. If he's not athletic, he is competitive. At least that's what I think. Okay, I think he's pretty competitive. Of course, we meet Isaiah. Isaiah is from. I think Isaiah may be from season 4. Is it? I think it was season 4 with Isaiah. He says he's really nervous about the challenges. And I'm like, you know what? At this point, I think everybody should be nervous about the challenges because during Love Island USA, they did the milk challenge, which was like absolutely disgusting. Like, I really don't want to see any of that type of stuff. Okay, I really don't want to see it, but you just never damn know. But I would be afraid of what I'm walking into for sure. Now, Lucinda says that she's not competitive, which is so funny because KK was like, I feel like she's just talking, and I feel like once she gets out there, she's just really gonna blow everybody out the water, honey. When Lucinda said what she said, she meant what she. Lucinda in that first challenge, y'all. Listen, I am here for Lucinda until I am no longer here for Lucinda. And I have to say that because, when you're watching these shows, these competition shows, you always start off liking certain people and then like a few weeks or days in, they piss you off. But as of the first episode, Lucinda is very funny to me. Okay. Very, very funny. I need her to get her head in the game though, but she is very funny. Um, Garby, we meet Garby, we meet Mert, and we also meet Nicola. Now, Garby is very pretty. She also lets us know that she is still a virgin. Okay, so cool. You know, she says she gonna really get her head in the game. She gonna play and stuff, but nobody has to ever worry about her effing a man because she ain't even effing her own man, okay? Because Miss Ma'am is still a virgin. Now, Mert. Mert is fine. Mert is fine, okay? Those teeth are kind of giving me a little bit of Zach from last season, a little better. Not last season, but Love Island USA season 7. The teeth look a little better, but when the teeth are extra, extra white, it just looks like they fake. Like but anywho, he lets us know that he's a very sensitive and emotional guy, right? He also lets us know that he won the Love Island Belgium, one of the seasons that he did. Then he was brought back for like a Casa Amor All Stars. I said, now wait a minute. Belgium getting Casa Amor All Stars? Why we ain't get Casa Amor All Stars yet? Y'all might need to think about that. And maybe this is our version of having Love Island games. But I mean, we could have got Casa Amor All Star, but it's whatever. I don't know if too much Love Island is too much. You know what I'm saying? It might not be a good thing you give us too much Love Island. Oh, did I also say, which I don't think I mentioned, but one thing that Ariana mentioned, and I may have put it in my notes, is that this show is being filmed in real time, just like Love Island USA. I don't believe it was like that last season, but this season it is. And America also gets to vote and make decisions. And I'm like, girl, you sure you want us to do that? We're not good in the voting department. Us Americans don't do that great in the voting department at all. I don't know what's going on, but you sure you want us to participate? Then I see some people over in the UK, they are a bit upset, that they won't be able to participate when this is supposed to be like some sort of all-star game itself, right? You got a game, Love Island games of people from all around the world. So they kind of hate that they won't be able to participate. I don't know if that's something that's going to change in the future, but hey, this is what it is for now, okay? Now, Nicola, she gets around with everybody and lets them know that she could do impressions. She decided to do a Kim K impression. I will say her voice changed up just like that. She switched up very, very quickly. I kind of cringed. I thought it was cool, but cringe at the same time, right? Nicola does kind of strike me as a person that's gonna need a lot of support, right? A lot of encouragement and stuff. But Miss Ma'am will get out there and she will fight for her life. That's one thing I do see. So Chris and Josh come, and KK says that she's feeling Tyreek, Chris, and Josh. Now, when Chris comes over, Chris is like, what's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? My name is Chris. Y'all probably knew that. Baby, the way Lucinda looked at him and said, and why would you think that we know who you are? Baby, I said, Lucinda, girl. Lucinda, you have been impressing me every time you on screen. Every time you on screen, it's more and more and more. I'm loving it. Okay, until you tick me off, but right now I'm loving it. I fell out. Then you got KK talking about something. I knew you came from overseas the way you came on that seaplane or whatever. I said, baby, I was dragging this man. Y'all, it's dragging this man. Get him again. One time for me. I'm hollering. It was too funny. So Josh says that, he's there to play the game or whatnot. Of course, y'all know Josh was in a relationship with Shannon. They dated for quite some time. Things didn't work out. He understands that Love Island does work because he did fall in love with Shannon. But right now, he here to play the game. And I don't blame him. Play the game. Now, all the guys are pretty much into the same ladies. KK, Andrea, Andreina. Those are the top 3, okay? Those are the top picks. Now, all the guys that are into KK, she is into them as well. And I was happy about that for her. So every guy that mentioned KK's name, she mentioned their name as well. So I said, I like this mutual attraction. Now, Tyreek says that he is good at mind games and manipulation. As much as I was like, why would he say that? Okay. I also felt like, you know what? Thank you for being honest. We appreciate you for being the honest person that you are. Thank you. He said at this point, he's leaning more towards the money. And I'm like, okay, go get the money. Now, Mert says, forget the money because it all stays here when you go. Mert, who asked you to say that? Don't worry about the money, man, because when you leave the earth, it all stays here. And so does love sometimes. If your love, the person that you love, doesn't leave, and you leave before them, then clearly it stays. Damn it. I'm just like, boy, shut up. Shut up. Now, the award money just went up to $250,000, right? I think it could have been like, what, 100,000 last year? Not sure, but either way, it's $250,000 now. And KK talking about her coochie told her that the money belongs to her. I said, girl, get out my face. Now it's time for them to do the Gladiator challenge. Ruin me. So they have to go through, I would say, like this maze, right, has different sections, different parts where they have to, do perform certain acts in order for them to find the heart. They have to capture about 4 hearts. One of them, they got to pop all of these balloons. You either a yellow color or a pink color. Then you have to bust through this wall, jump into the pool, the pink pool, swim around, find your heart. Once you find your heart, you have to slide down into whatever type of junk slide this is. Go rummage through all of that, find your heart, right? Then you have to grab that heart, go over, and the person that you choose to partner up with, you have to say there has to be somebody you're willing to rescue. You have to untie that person, capture their heart. Then you have to go to the sandbox, dig through all the sand, find your heart, take all the 4 hearts you collected, run over and put them all on the board. And whoever does it the fastest is going to be instrumental, because that is going to be the order in which that person gets to pick and choose who they would like to be coupled up with. Okay. So first things first, Andreina decides to, well, she didn't decide, but Andreina goes up against Lucinda. Now, Andreina wants to rescue Tyreek, and Lucinda wants to rescue Mert, I believe it was. And what kind of made me tickle was the fact that Mert did not look like he was too happy um about Lucinda wanting to save him. It was like really weird, like, huh, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. That's what that was just one of the edits. Now, Lucinda was funny because she started doing real good. Once she got to the pink water, she just seemed like she started to give up. Okay, she started to give up. You got Andreina moving. Lucinda's like, oh my, now, like, child, I was on the floor like, Lucinda, what is you doing? But this is so comical. Get in the game, girl, get in the game, right? So then when she went through everything, she finally found her heart, slid down, found her heart. She went and rescued Merc. Then she got over into the sandbox. When I tell you Andreina was beating the hell out of her, Lucinda was over there like ah, she was screaming at the snakes, and the people like, the snakes are fake, and she's like, I don't like snakes. It was so damn funny. I loved it. So of course, in that competition, Andreina did beat Lucinda. So I'm sorry, Andrea. So now it's time for Andrea and Nicola. So Andrea wants to save Josh, and Nicola wants to save Chris, which is interesting because Chris said that he was interested in Nicola because it's something about her that made him like, she's an interesting person, right? She's different. So he kind of took a liking to her. She didn't know that at the time, though, from my understanding. So Nicola, she did all of the popping of the balloons. I think that Andrea was beating her. She was so ready to jump through the wall to get to the pink pool that she forgot that she had balloons left for her to pop. Go back, pop those balloons, jump into the pink pool, trying to find everything. So, but what was crazy was this was so funny because Nicola dived into the pool as if she can see through the pink pool or something. It was crazy. Like, she had this idea she was gonna be able to swim through it and be able to see where her heart is. I was like, girl, what are you doing? She literally was underwater swimming. I said, I can't. And so was the rest of the cast. Like, why would she jump in like that? But my girl worked so hard. She worked so hard. Okay. I really feel like it must have been the camera speeding things up because she really worked so. When she finally got all her hearts ready to go put them on the wall, she was running like she was like, her upper body motion looked like she was going fast, but her lower body was like she's slow as hell. It was so funny. But she got the heart of a competitor though. And I just think that with Nicola, this challenge wasn't the best one for her. But I do think that she is going to rise to the occasion at some point. I want to believe that, all right? A little bit like Isaiah said, her being an underdog, right? Potentially. I don't think she's really an underdog for real. But the passion is there, okay? The competitiveness is there, the oomph is there. She just was going a little slow to me. It was so funny. So Garby wants to save Kendall, KK wants to save Chris. Baby, Garby was not in the plan with KK. KK was keeping up, and then at one point not keeping up. Okay, Garby won. She won the overall competition, period. For that, or the overall challenge. But Garby, baby, Garby was, listen, she was on point. And to see how good Garby is and how she's a competitor, and Kendall taking a liking to her, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it's really difficult because I want to be able to see that Kendall has a genuine connection, or he's trying to develop a genuine connection with Garby, and it's not because I'm just partnering with her because I know that she gonna win me this money. Because it could be that, right? You're either there for love, or you're there for the game, or you could be there for both. So I hope that he's probably there for both. We shall see. Okay. Now, Tyreek wants to save KK. Josh wants to save Andrea. Now, Josh literally helped Tyreek throughout this entire competition because he ended up finding all of them Tyreek's hearts. Therefore, Tyreek ended up winning by default. For real, for real. And I was like, now watch Tyreek be over here talking that big talk like he really did something, knowing Josh helped him. And baby, that's what he did. Anyway, Chris wanted to save Andrea. And let's say this. Let me go back to Tyreek. Because y'all know that Andreina picked him to save. Instead of him picking her to save, he decides to say something like, "Oh, well, I want to shake it up a bit." And I'm like, girl, that gave me Ace vibes just a little bit. Keep your good eyes on him. Mr. I want to shake it up a bit. Let me choose KK. I mean, he did say he was interested in KK though. Like, I've already kissed you. I don't want to kiss you again. I want to try somebody else. So I can't really fault him on that for the first day. He wasn't really wrong to make that decision, but he also come with drama and manipulation. Okay. But anywho, so Chris wanted to save Andrea because he pulled the same stunt similarly. I want to switch it up. I want to try something different. I was with Nicola in the beginning, so let me try Andrea now. And I think he may have even kissed KK already when KK chose him. So I guess as I'm saying that does make sense. Let me give myself the chance in this challenge to kiss all of the people that I'm interested in. She chose me. Now let me choose her. So okay, cool. Now, Mert also chose Lucinda or whatever, and Chris ended up winning the overall challenge ultimately, right? Um Isaiah and Kendall had me on the floor because he wanted to save Andreina, Kendall wanted to save Garby. When I tell y'all, Kendall was doing a great job with competing, and that's why I'm like, Kendall, are you athletic and not a competitor and not competitive? Like, what's going on? Because the way that you were forgetting all your hearts at every turn, once he got a heart, he dropped the heart and he moving to the next task. Then had to go back get their heart. Like, it was just so funny. And I think that Isaiah won that one. I think Isaiah ended up winning that competition because Kendall was running to put his on the board, but he forgot the other three hearts that he needed to go pick up. Baby, I was like, this is so funny. This is going to be so hilarious with this challenge. Now, the fastest girl and guy in the overall challenge ended up being Garby and Chris, and they had the opportunity to either choose each other or go with another islander. And Chris, he kind of insults Garby by saying that she may be strong or whatever physically, but I am mentally. And she was like, boy, is you cool? You don't know me for you to say that. And I'm like, Chris, you just be saying stuff, baby. Chris, sit down and shut up. Okay. Either way, they did not choose each other, of course, especially after insults. But Garby chose Kendall and Chris chose KK. Now, I will say this. When it came down to pickings, I told you guys that I could see Andreina connected with Tyreek. I could see KK connected with Chris. And I think I said Lucinda and Mert as well. I have to go back and see. But yeah. Now, Andrea chose Josh. And I think I mentioned that one too. I think I said I could see Josh with Andrea. Tyreek chose Andreina. Josh decides to be shady towards Tyreek. They were just being shady with each other over that challenge because Josh is still pissed off the fact that he really helped Tyreek win. He's sick about that. Josh tried to crack a joke, and the joke still ended up being on him. Too funny. Nicola chose Isaiah, and Mert chose Lucinda. Okay. Now, Andreina already acting crazy in love over Tyreek, and I can't stand to see it. It's like, girl, stand up. Somebody splash her with some water and make her stand up. Get it together. It's day one. Now, Kendall and Garby are bonding over the fact that they don't like lazy people. And Ken and Garby is hitting it off well. All right. In the first hour so far, everything seems to be going good with those two. Now, Mert is killing me with his poetic responses to stuff. Okay. I say poetic, but it's not really poetic. He had just told Tyreek, don't worry about the money. You can't take it with you when you go out. Boy, shut up. But I can use it while I'm alive. Hello. So then Lucinda says that Mert is like Lucinda said Mert is like Duolingo. She's like, oh my God, you're like Duolingo, because he could speak Dutch, American, and something else. Right? And she's like, oh my God, you're like, I think Belgium or something. No, I think that is Dutch. I can't remember what the other one was, but she said, you're like Duolingo, and I need to download the app. Lucinda's funny. KK is getting to know Chris, right? And her getting to know Chris actually had me cheesing the entire time. I said these two would link up, and they did. I'm kind of happy for her in this moment. We'll see how it goes. Now, I saw a clip over on Twitter where her ex Keenan seemed to have been spazzing as he was watching everything play out. I said, Keenan, you look like you at home for the time being, but I do question if they're going to try and bring you up there to try and stir the pot. Now, Andreina already locking in on Tyreek, and I hate that. Ariana shows up to throw another curveball, another wrench in the game by bringing in Solene and Charlie. Baby, Solene was getting on my nerves. Solene was getting on. She was doing what she needed to do, though. She was bombshelling. She looked good. She was being very dramatic with her slow walks and the conversations or the little pointers that she was dropping, her little pieces. She was getting on my nerves, but she was doing a really great job because that's what she was supposed to do, right? And yeah, ultimately she had when it was time for her to pick a person after she kissed everybody, Mert wouldn't look at her. She said, oh, you're not looking at me. Are you afraid to look at me? He was like, no, I'm just looking straight. Well, she went back to him, kissed him, took that girl man, and pretty much put the broken heart necklace that she had on her on Lucinda. So when the bombshells came in or whatnot, or the heartbreakers came in, once they came into the show, they get to have their own pickings by kissing on whoever the hell they want to, and then ultimately picking that person, leaving somebody else vulnerable. And once they put that necklace on your neck, then you're vulnerable, right? Well, unfortunately, Mert got snatched up by Solene, leaving Lucinda vulnerable. Lucinda said, oh, I don't know if Love Island Games is for her, is for me. And I was like, oh, Lucinda, don't say that. It's the first night. It's okay. Okay, I understand the disappointment, but it's okay. But Solene was so messy because when she put the necklace on Lucinda, she was saying how much it matches the girl's dress. I said, oh, this oh, you bitch. Okay. So Charlie chooses Andrea ultimately and gives Josh the heartbreak necklace, right? And I said, all I know is Josh better not be leaving this island. I don't care what y'all do, but Josh better not leave this island, and that's on P, period. So yeah, at the end of the day, they will be given a chance to get they'll be given a chance to pass the necklace on to somebody else, to another islander, and have their hearts breaking potentially. So Andrea could get back with Josh. Lucinda could get back with Mert possibly, but it looks like in an effort to do that, there may have to be a duel, kind of like it was last season. So it looks like they may have to duke it out with somebody. Like, I want your partner. If I overthrow you, then I win your partner, and you can win this heartbreak necklace. So that's kind of what it looks like. But yeah, so that's all that's going on so far. Episode 1, I am enjoying it. Another episode comes on tonight. I don't know if it's like Tuesday to Sunday, skip Monday, and then Tuesday to Sunday. I'm not sure of the true schedule. I have to look it up. But you guys leave your thoughts and comments about the latest episode. How you feeling it? Who you liking? Who you not liking? What are you expecting for the season? Leave all of your thoughts and comments down below. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated.